Okay guys, so the next step here, we have the bolt tacked on there. We're going to weld along that seam and along the other side on both pieces. And then we're going to go ahead and cut out the squares here and make the key for this. So that's what I'll be working on now. I know it's hard to see, but I have the top halfway over the bottom, so I'm getting a good full bit of metal in there for the weld. That'll give me I'll be able to work with this a little bit better than to grind it down. That's what I'm looking for. What I'm doing here is putting like a written E to fill a hole in it. Okay, you can see that that's a nice bead of weld through there, so it'll give me something to grind at the bottom or on the sides and on the top. I don't want to just start here and run all the way up. I want to skip a little bit and work back and forth so it's not so hot on one side. Just being tacked is going to hold it on a 90, so I don't really have to worry about that. Okay, so that bolt there now is welded solid, and you can see that I don't have any weld below the top or the bottom surface of that, because that's where it needs to be able to swing. Okay. Now I'm going to do the other one just like this one. Okay guys, so the two of those are welded all the way around where they need to be welded. So now, the one thing I want to do is I want to weld this bolt down on here, and it gets welded in the back here. Okay, so when you weld these, make sure you weld them on the side that's going to the surface that's open here, and leave this side clean so that you can weld this brace here. Yeah. Okay, so now that these are welded here, I want to clean them off with the grinder. Now, I put one of these flap grinders on here with the like the paper disc type thing. I can't always find these in my area, and I usually have to send away for them. And you got to be careful because sometimes you pay a good buck for these. Sometimes they're 2 for $5, and normally you can get 2 for $1. Okay, if you watch where you buy them. can see how nice that edge comes out there. Now, I stopped there because I wanted to show you this right here. The way you get this really nice is to keep the round part of the paper as you're hitting there, the furthest part out, over slightly. If you put it over here, you're going to rub the corner off, and that's where the weld is. So you don't necessarily want to do that. You want to keep it over here a little bit. So once you come down here, you'll see that you're hitting this and the weld. So you just keep running that on there until you get this groove out of here, or this mark. So you can see how nice that comes out there. As soon as you get the sanding mark all the way across to the edge here, then you got to stop right away. You don't want to sand any more weld off than you need. Now you can see there's a little bit right here that I didn't weld very well, and you can see it there, so I'll go over that again after I'm done grinding this. Now I don't weld on the inside here, but if you can see in there, you can see that the weld is actually making it through the whole thickness of the metal. So I got to put a little bit of weld right in here yet. So let me weld that, and then I'll grind that down, and that one will be good. just leave that cool a little bit, and then I'll grind that. You can see how nice that came out. So I'll round these edges off here. I gotta look at the drawing or the pictures of it. I might have to take a little more off here, but I'll round these edges off, and basically this thing's almost ready for paint, except I gotta cut the keys in yet. I've been using the same kind of a grinder, this DeWalt grinder, for probably close to 15 years. And I'll tell you what, the older I get, the more the strength comes out of my wrist. I used to be able to grind pretty much all day when I was welding at one time, but now it's getting a little harder. I've probably bought, in the past 15 years, I've probably bought 3 of these grinders. They last roughly 5 years. But I'm going to tell you something, that doesn't seem like a very long time when you compare it to other older grinders that I had for 25, 30 years. But this grinder is like a handheld, so you can hold it with one hand. You can put a knob in there if you want to. But I bought a grinder at Walmart. It was a Black & Decker. It can't last 1 day with me. I bought 2 of them, and I was welding a bucket on a backhoe once, and it couldn't, even with the best cutters and stuff on it, it couldn't run all day. It would just wear itself out. I just want to show you this a little bit here. So what I'm saying is that thing actually comes up pretty nice from the grinder. I need to get this edge here yet. And you can see that looks pretty good there. You don't want to grind anything on the top because you need that full 1/4 of an inch there to do the work it's supposed to do. But this one came out good. The other one is good. I gotta get this edge a little bit here yet, and then we'll be good. Gotta, like I say, round the edges, but I'm not gonna do that until after I cut the square holes in here. Okay, so these are the keys that will turn in there to go from 1/2 or 3/4 inch to 1/4 inch. So they're machined, and they're machined to 3/4 of an inch thick this way and 1/4 of an inch this direction. So what happens here now is these keys will go inside here. Okay, let me see what you're seeing here. Okay, these keys go through inside here, and that turns and stands up on top of the frame to adjust it so you can do the bevel siding cut. So it is 20 of 5, and after machining those pieces and stuff, it takes a while. I'm gonna take bullseye out and call it a day here, and tomorrow I'll have to cut those holes in there then. Have a good one, guys.